Hey everyone, it's Lisa with Raw Generation, helping bring nature's delicious goodness to you. Today we're covering the most asked question I get in my practice, in my daily life, just because I eat a raw diet. Every single day someone asks me, where do you get your protein? Okay, so protein on a plant-based diet. There are many more sources than you would imagine, but the most beneficial source is dark leafy greens. Dark leafy greens like collard greens, kale, lettuces, spinach, they have the most protein, iron, and calcium than any other food on the planet. Ounce per ounce, kale has more protein than steak. I kid you not. Let me explain why, for you doubters out there. The reason why is because protein is in two different forms, and the form that you find it in kale is called bioavailable protein. That means it's available completely to your body, and it's in such a form that your body utilizes all of it. For example, let's say there's 10 grams of protein in this little piece of kale, and let's say there's 10 grams of protein in this piece of steak you got over here. Once you cook the steak, the protein is no longer available to your body in the same way. You can only utilize a small portion. Let's say, for kids' sake, let's say 15% of the protein in this steak. If you have this kale, 100% of the protein gets used and utilized by your body as you eat it. Therefore, if you're having a smoothie with kale in it, every single ounce of protein you're using. If you have a whole big steak, you're using maybe 10% or 15% of what's in that steak. So therefore, more per ounce. More bang for your buck if you're having it in greens. Other sources of plant-based protein are things like raw nuts, seeds. I tend to mostly get my protein from the greens, but all those foods also have protein. Even fruits, bananas, avocados, all fruits have minimal amounts of protein that your body uses readily. So here's the key: variety. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. You probably learned that in science class. So amino acids, there's essential and non-essential. The non-essential amino acids are the ones that your body just produces. You don't have to even think about them. They're just there all the time. The essential amino acids, there's 8 of them. They're the ones your body has to eat. You have to feed them to yourself in order to get what they consider a complete protein. I'm sure you've heard that term before, complete protein. Now, there's not any one vegetable that has a complete protein, but they all have the amino acids that you need if you use a variety in your diet. So for example, don't get stuck making a kale smoothie every day. Do kale one day and do spinach the next day. Do collard greens the third day. Rotate what you're having. Have pears, have apples, have grapes, have raspberries. They all have different amino acids, the essential ones that you need to eat. So just variety. Don't get stuck in the rut of making the same thing every single day. I can't stress that enough. Go to your store, try something new every week that you've never tried before. Pick up a different fruit, pick up a different green, and use it some way and see if you like it. That's the only way you're gonna know, right? Right. So finally, if someone asks you where you get your protein from, this is the answer you should say. The same place as the cows. The cows eat the grass, and instead of eating the grass, we decide to eat the cows. How backwards are we? We're going up the trophic levels instead of eating the initial source of the protein. Eat the greens to get your protein, not the cows. For more information on plant-based protein and to learn to live a healthier lifestyle, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel below, find us at rawgeneration.com, and look for us at Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you soon. Bad start. There are many more sources than you would imagine, but the most beneficial source completely to your body, it's mostly get my protein from the dark leafy greens, but any of those things have all right. I know. I hate the endings.
Don't eat those cows.
I was like, hey, here it goes. Dancing with the kid. All right.